Hi class, this video is going to help with an example from 9.2 so that you know how to use or do that one on statcrunch. So I'm going to share my screen, maybe share my screen. Okay, so I obviously have statcrunch up here, and here is the example I'm going to walk you through. So this one says that we have weights of the contents of cans of soda in a diet soda versus the cans of a regular version. So this is, you have to read these really carefully all the way through. And then A says, test the claim that the contents of the cans of soda, diet soda, have weights with a mean that is less than the mean of the regular soda. So the claim is that diet is less than regular. So you have to make sure, like when I first read this, I read the top and I was like, is it greater than, less than, not equal? And I'm skimming. And I know other people are like me, and you need to make sure you read carefully. So we know that our null hypothesis is always equal. So it would have had to have been one of these three. Then we decide, are we saying the first one is less than the second, or are we saying they're not equal or greater? Well, this one says diet soda, which is our first one, is less than regular. So this is our two hypotheses. Okay, then we're going to take that and we're going to put that information into statcrunch. So we go to stat, and just like before, we're going to go to T, but this time we're going to go to two samples and summary, because we have two samples that we're going to compare together. So then our sample mean of our diet soda was 0.78139, and our sample deviation was 0.00449. You're welcome to pause and open statcrunch and see if you can get my same answer here. Our sample size was 39. Our sample mean on the second one was 0.80889, and the standard deviation on that one was 0.00755. Our sample size was also 39 cans, and always equal. Look, it even leaves it always equal for you for that null. And we wanted the diet to be less than the regular, okay? And then compute. So our test statistic is here, and our p-value is there. So I'm going to bring back over, maybe, there it comes. Bring back over this problem. So look, we have this test statistic and the p-value here. That p is very low. So if it's low, then null must go. So what does that mean? Go back up. That means we don't have evidence for this. We are accepting this. So the null must go. The claim, we have evidence for the claim. So we have enough evidence. So when you get to the wording, you have enough evidence. That might hopefully help you a little bit with that. So we're going to reject the null. There is significant evidence to support the claim that the cans of diet soda have mean weights that are lower than the mean weights of the regular soda. I mean, we could see it's super small, but we have enough evidence to show that that is enough. We can claim this, okay? It's like we have enough evidence to convict someone of a crime, right? We have this claim and we have enough evidence, we're going forward with it, okay? If we would have failed to reject the null, then we don't have enough evidence for the claim, and the person is going to be set free, or we wouldn't have had evidence that the diet is less than. Okay, and then the next part talks about our confidence interval. So let me minimize that real quick. And we can go back to just edit, it's quicker. And then click confidence interval. Now this set at the level of 0.01, which is 99% accurate, and then compute, and we can get those confidence intervals lower and upper limit. So that means, well, and it goes from negative to negative. So let me open the, man, I have a bunch of stuff open. So we would put in our negative to negative, and in our means, it's a little bit different. I'm gonna open, they word it really well in the example towards the end. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see here. And they show you how to do this by hand. You're more than welcome, but I really just love plugging it into my statcrunch. Okay, so here is what I wanted to show you without writing it by hand. If the confidence interval contains 0 with the means, now it was different with the proportions. With the means, it means it's not significantly large. So if it contains 0, it's not very large. They're very, very close together. So if the confidence interval contains only positive, then we're saying those means indicate that the first one's greater than the second. If the confidence interval only contains negative values, which is where we're at, then that means that those means the first one would be less than the second. Okay, so if you want to pause and write that down, or you could get that also as you do the problems. So what does that mean? We have only negatives. That means our first is less than our second, which, hey, that's what we wanted. So our confidence interval does support us, yes, because the confidence interval contains only negative values. Okay, so our confidence interval also backs us up. That's nice of it. Okay, this is what you're learning from the section. There's only 7 questions. Basically, it's kind of that same idea, but you have to use the 2 sample, and you can use that confidence interval to either back you up or not back you up. Okay, so hopefully this quick video helped you.